Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Daily Iowan TV Matside, your one-stop shop for everything Iowa wrestling, alongside Cody Goodwin and Danny Payne. I'm Kevin Glick, and we're starting off the show today with Iowa going to the Big Ten Championships up in Madison, Wisconsin, in the Kohl Center. And Iowa, they'll have a pretty good shot of pretty much qualifying everyone that they send to the Big Ten Championships, to nationals. And Danny, let's talk a little bit about what each Iowa wrestler has to do and how many spots that the Big Ten has per weight class.
Well, Kevin, the NCAA released its allocations per conference. Out of the 4 conference championships, the Big Ten far and away has the most allocations. We'll just break it down by weight class here. 7 at 125, 8 allocations at 133, 6 at 141, 6 at 49, 8 at both 57 and 65, 7 at both 74 and 84, and 8 at 97. And then there's a little bit of they have too many allocations at heavyweight, Kevin. How this works, the Big Ten, they'll place 8. Usually all 8 of those would automatically qualify. However, since they only place 8, there's 9 allocations for heavyweight. So it seems that they have too many slots. They're going to have to do something extra there. We're not quite sure what they're going to do. Maybe have a 9th place match, but we'll see that coming up next weekend. Just a ton of spots for the Big Ten.
Well, and yeah, Danny, that really speaks to the depth of the Big Ten Conference, especially at heavyweight with 9 spots. Normally there's only 8. And by the way, Big Ten, 74 total allocation spots out of the entire 290 for the national championship. And the next closest to that is the Eastern Intercollegiate Wrestling Association with 47, and then the MAC with 41. So, and Cody, everyone is pretty much going to go to nationals, assuming everyone wins a few matches in Madison on Saturday. But who needs to do some work to set themselves up for a potentially better seed in a couple weeks?
Yeah, definitely, Kevin. It does seem like most of the Iowa wrestlers are in position to claim one of those allocation spots, like Danny mentioned. Just a ton of respect for the depth of the Big Ten and how strong it is as a wrestling conference. But there are a couple of wrestlers, or actually a few, that could improve upon their NCAA seeding with a good showing in Madison. The first one, of course, Josh Jeva. I think he'll end up being 3, 4, maybe even a 5 seed at the Big Ten Championships. But a few more wins in Madison at the Big Ten Championships will position him nicely at the NCAA Championships. Right now, he's hovering anywhere between the 7 or 8 seed to possibly as low as a 15 or 16 seed, which may not even be seeded at the NCAA Championship, so he might just be drawn in. A good showing in Madison will help Josh Jeva kind of vault himself into that top 12 area at the 141-pound weight class and potentially get a better favorable draw at the NCAAs to hopefully grab that All-American spot. Another one, obviously, at 149 pounds, Brody Grothus. A lot of pressure on Mr. Brody this coming weekend. Iowa, the last 3 years, it's been well documented, has not been very good at 149 pounds. Brody Grothus with a win on Saturday. It'll be the first time at any 149-pound wrestler will have won a Big Ten championship match since Brett Metcalf, all the way back to the 2009-2010 season. So it's been quite a while since 149-pounder at Iowa has seen some success. But again, a good showing in Madison from Brody. It sounds like he's hovering between the 4 and 5 seed right now at 149 pounds. A good showing there will position himself to possibly snag a top 8 seed at the NCAA Championship in Oklahoma City. And finally, of course, it seems odd that we're talking about how Mike Evans has to improve. He's consistently been ranked in the top 6 all year long at 174 pounds. But the 174 pounds at the Big Ten, 4 of those top 6 are going to be right there in his bracket. If Mike Evans can somehow sneak his way into the finals or possibly come out with a 3rd place finish, he'll position himself real nicely at NCAA's, possibly grabbing a top 4 seed, which will make the path to the NCAA semifinals a little bit more favorable for Mike Evans.
Yeah, all 3 of those guys have had some pretty impressive wins in the regular season, but they'll have to do it when it counts in the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. And next week, we will actually be next to a mat and not in a conference room in Madison, Wisconsin. We'll bring you guys updates throughout the tournament from there, but that'll do it for this week. Look for a lot of content coming up on Saturday and Sunday as the Big Ten Championships goes on. But that'll do it for now. But for Danny Payne and Cody Goodwin, I'm Kevin Glick. We'll see you guys in Madison, Wisconsin.